Hello, Citations. What to do? It's Sadot the Gamer, all fire dragon, no Bob's like a subscribe. Let's get it. Welcome, Durag Nation. Happy Thursday. We are back live once again. It is that time of year. San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Hope everyone is excited. I know I definitely am. Today we're doing a special live show. This is the return of what will be a weekly show, Super News Live, covering all the latest and greatest, all the info when it comes to superhero news. And I figured this would be the perfect time to bring it all back now that we have San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to be pretty big. Today we're covering the Marvel's Wolverine Marvel's Wolverine Deep Cuts panel. This is the first time Insomniac has been to Comic-Con for Hall H since they did the Symbiotic Relationships panel back in 2023, which I also covered live on the channel. It was a lot of fun. So now that Insomniac is back, it's only right that we spin the block and show up for Wolverine. Cannot wait. This I'll be doing SDCC coverage for the Wolverine Deep Cuts panel today. And I'll be doing coverage for the Marvel panel on Saturday. Well, those are the only 2 days I'll be live, but I will be, of course, making videos on anything that comes out, because today after Wolverine is going to be, of course, Tokon Fighting Souls panel, and then there's going to be a God of War Laufey panel, and then tomorrow there's going to be a special Marvel Rivals panel with some exclusive reveals, and there's also going to be a Dispatch panel. And so any Elite Ball knowers who are fans of Dispatch, who showed up for the Dispatch content, know that I'm very excited about that particular one. But yeah, definitely going to be some big Marvel Rival stuff revealed tomorrow, and definitely going to be some big Wolverine stuff revealed today. I'll be covering already. I'm very, very excited. A lot happening. What's up, chat? What's up, Travis? Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. What's up, Zeke? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Gabe? How y'all doing today? I'm live on YouTube and Twitch, so make sure you show love on wherever platform you're watching on. Get out of the office, get home. Nice. So already we got a little bit of a Comic-Con, early stuff for Wolverine, I should say. So they have the booth set up, of course, at Comic-Con for Wolverine. And I could show y'all what that looks like. It's pretty cool. Also, today, exclusively at Comic-Con, they're going to be giving out the prequel comic. There is a prequel comic for Marvel's Wolverine, just like there was for Spider-Man 2. That officially ties in to the game, gives you some more insight on it. So the physical comic you can only get right now at Comic-Con, but if you're a Marvel Rivals Unlimited subscriber like me, you can read the comic early. Which I've most certainly made sure I did. And it was very cool. So I will say I'm definitely expecting, when it comes to the reveals, I'm definitely expecting them to show off a certain villain. Mr. Sinister. I don't know if they're going to give us the full Sinister treatment. They might save that for the actual, game, but they definitely confirmed he's in the game. In the new comic. . And Insomniac confirmed they're going to be doing updates out of the panel. Here's the billboard. Let me bring up this. This is what this is their booth at Comic-Con. This is what they have for the Wolverine booth right now at Comic-Con. Little statue setup similar to what they did for Spider-Man 2 when they were there. Got the nice little statue set up with Wolverine on the street. I think this is it looks like the Tokyo map. What's up, Sneaky? Welcome, welcome. I don't know how many issues, what's up, Captain? I don't know how many issues they're going to do for the comic, but the first issue was pretty, they did say there's going to be a continuation of it when I got to the end. So I'll show a little bit of the comic. So here's here's some more swag. Here's the prequel comic. This is the physical version of the comic that you'll be able to get at Comic-Con. If you go there, swing by the Wolverine booth, you'll be able to pick this up. But if you have Marvel Unlimited, you can read it right now digitally. Which I did. Here's another prop they have set up. They have the Sentinel head, which is very cool. They always have some really cool props at these things. Love it. Just waiting for the invisible figure to drop. Is there anyone's in San Diego? Is anyone there? I know Caboose. I thought he was going to go. He didn't end up going this year. Are there actually Rivals and Tokan stuff? Yep, I covered. Definitely check out my coverage on the channel. I already did a preview of all the superhero games that are confirmed to be at Comic-Con a few days ago, and I did a video on what to expect for Wolverine as well. So today we're mainly here. I'm mainly streaming coverage of the Wolverine Deep Cuts panel that's coming up. Right after the Wolverine panel ends, they're gonna go right into the Marvel Tokan Fighting Souls panel, and then there's God of War Laufey. Said Miss Sinister, yes. Let me bring up my comic. I can show you what the comic looks like. Yeah, Mr. Sinister is confirmed in Marvel's Wolverine now. Let me first get my comic pulled up. Shout out to Insomniac. W. I'm expecting them to do the same thing they did for Spider-Man 2. I'm expecting the story trailer and something for the plates. So today is Wolverine, Tokon Fighting Souls, and God War Laufey panels, and a Marvel Rivals Meet the Cast panel. Tomorrow is the second Marvel Rivals panel, which they're going to have some exclusive reveals for, and the Dispatch panel, which I'm very hyped for. I pulled up. I'm looking at the comment right now. All right, here's got some screenshots of the Wolverine comic. You like the Halo game? I have never played a Halo game in my entire life. Not even for 1 second. Not at a friend's house. Not as a demo. All right, this is a still from the new Wolverine prequel comic, tying in with the Marvel's Wolverine game. See, it says Team X, the first, last, and only line of defense for mutants, according to our leader, Nathaniel Essex. And if you're a comic book scholar, you are very familiar with that name. That is the government name of Mr. Sinister, one of the most iconic X-Men villains, and this is our first look at him. At the Essex Institute in Canada. He is giving orders to Team X. This takes place before the events of the game, because Insomniac confirmed that Wolverine has already left Team X by the time the game started. But while he was there, it was being run by Nathaniel, aka Mr. Sinister. Am I going to watch D23? I stream D23 every year. Every year it comes out. Any major event, I co-stream. How weird would it be if you found out you were cloned? That would be weird. I don't think they're going to go that far, though. So, this version of Team X that we see in the prequel comic, the members are Wolverine, of course, Mystique, Sabretooth, and that's Sunfire standing next to Sabretooth. Basically like a diet version of Human Torch. They used to be Omega Red used to be on the team, but in the art book, it was revealed that Wolverine got Omega Red kicked off Team X because of his brutal methods of sucking people's energy and soul. So a little too much sucking for Wolverine's taste. So they got him out of there, and then Omega Red went and joined the Reavers. Sunfire, and Omega Red left and joined the Reavers, got himself a cybernetic upgrade, and now he wants revenge on Wolverine. So interesting. And MP First, I think they did the last story on the Venom game. Schreier confirmed it wasn't canceled yet. So based on all the info we have, Insomniac's next game after Wolverine is the Venom game. So that's what we're waiting for. Hold up. Our internet should be back and chilling. I think Spider-Man 3 is going to release in 2029. Most likely. I think Venom is 2027 at the absolute earliest. Probably 2028. And then Spider-Man 3 I think is going to release not long after. Because I know they've been working on Spider-Man 3 already. That's already in development. They're releasing them. They're releasing them in concert. So I think it'll be so it'll be a similar situation with the Miles game. I think we'll have a situation where Insomniac releases like a bunch of games in a relatively short time. Like it's been little, because they usually do release games like a lot because they're usually working on multiple games at the same time. Like in 2018 we got Spider-Man PS4. 2020 we got Miles Morales. 2021 we got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. 2023 we got Spider-Man 2. And now in 2026 we're getting Wolverine. There was a bit of a hiatus there because relatively, only 3-year gap. Usually studios go a lot longer between games, but for Insomniac it was a longer gap, mainly because of the cyber attack. But they're back on track. So I could see Venom dropping 2027, 2028, and then Spider-Man 3 2029, 2030 at the latest. Got the Venom game. Everyone in the know seems to say the Venom game is still happening. So until we learn otherwise, I'm assuming the Venom game is still happening. I think there will be a Hulk game again. I think there will be at some point. Spider-Man 3 would be the reason you get a PS6. Valid. Imagine make the games Wolverine 2026, Venom 27, Spider-Man 3 2028. That's definitely possible. Like we gotta see when it's all going to come down to when they announce that Venom game. Obviously, right now they're focused on marketing Wolverine, so that's what's the marketing is going to be focused on from now until September. But then after September, then they're kind of free to promote whatever they have going on next. So maybe they announce it at the Game Awards in December for Venom. Maybe PlayStation has another event after September. I'll be looking in that window for them to tease their next game. Just pre-ordered Tokan Ultimate Edition. Trying to get that Storm costume. I see you. You're not missing out on that game no matter what happens. Yeah, obviously the physical media thing, not great news, but let's be real. Everyone is buying Spider-Man 3. Let's be so for real. If Insomniac drops a Venom game, everybody's buying it. People are going to be buying Wolverine. I think God of War Laufey is going to do well. God of War Egypt, when that comes out, everyone's going to buy it. Like be so for real. No matter, even if they disc or not, people are buying it. Parents, he was like, you got a PS5. Picked up at Miles the same day. Best week's game we had in a long time. I bet. Like, I love Miles. I got my PS5 because of Miles. Like, I was contemplating whether to get an Xbox or a PS5 when they first revealed them, and I looked at the games that they were previewing. Both games were previewing, and I looked at the Xbox games. I was like, well, I don't care about any of this. Like, the only thing they have that I'm interested in is probably like 6 years away, which turned out to be true. Fable, 7 years actually. and PlayStation had Miles Morales. I was like, well, obviously I'm getting Miles Morales. There's no way I'm not playing that day one. So I got my day one PS5 and immediately grabbed Miles, and no regrets on that one. Love that game. I'm now, as soon as the Wolverine panel is over, I'm gonna do a reaction to the what I assume is going to be the story trailer and whatever else, and then I'm gonna get off and work on my. I'm gonna post my reactions to the trailers on the second channel, Sadot the Gamer Live. Definitely subscribe to that right now. Link in the pinned comment. And then I'm going to post on the main channel. I'm going to put together a breakdown of everything they revealed, everything that was in the panel that we know about, everything that was in the prequel comic, all that, everything that was in the trailer, all that. I'm gonna put that all in one video. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do a Rivals video on all the stuff that they were going to be revealing then. And if we get some big dispatch news, I'll definitely be posting about that. And then on Saturday, I'm going to pop in live again to cover the Hall H Marvel panel. See some more Doomsday stuff. Appreciate the two, Kevin. I think Wolverine is definitely going to have like some sort of post-launch support. It might not be. I don't know if it'll be a story expansion. I could definitely see them releasing like additional mission content, because where you can play as other characters, because they definitely seem to have it set up that way. I think there's going to be kind of like a similar to City Never Sleeps, where you can play as like Jean. Maybe do some mission expansions for that. But at the very least, I think they're going to release patches, some additional costumes. They always at the very least do that. You can watch the panel if you can watch the panel in San Diego in Hall H, or you can watch it here with the rest of us when it goes live on social media. Do you think they're making a physical version of the? You talk about the Wolverine prequel comic? Yeah, I just showed it. It's at they're giving it away at the Wolverine panel, at the Wolverine booth. You get that You get that if you're in San Diego, definitely grab that one. I don't know if they're going to be putting them in stores, so you might want to lock that in. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy it off eBay. But yeah, the digital version you can read right now through the Marvel Limited app. What time is the panel? When the timer on screen hits 0. Did you hear the bad news? Turns out Blade game is as real as the movie. Okay, it's not. Actually completely different situations. The Blade movie is theoretical. Last I heard, it's being turned into a Midnight Suns movie or something. The Blade game is almost done. It's like a year away from releasing. They're just waiting. Right now, Arcane is trying to find new investors now that they're independent from Xbox, and French law is wrapping up the whole process right now, so it's taking a few months. Hasn't been any good DLC in 2026. Don't know if that's actually true. I haven't been following that many live service games, but I do remember there being some DLC. Pretty sure there's at least some good stuff. There's always at least some good stuff. How do you watch the panel? What channel you go to? This one. Also, this is off topic, but before Kendrick Lamar's this track dropped, you remember you saying that Drake's not being Kendrick? You remember I said you saying that Drake is not being Kendrick in a bar for bar rap battle? Yeah. Like, because yes, which is true. Because I'm a rap fan. Specifically, I'm about the bars. Like, I enjoy all sorts of rap music. I enjoy Drake because, you know, his music is fun, catchy, melodic. You know, he's got some cool music, but he doesn't have any. And he has some cool lines and everything like that. But he's not Kendrick Lamar. Like, I knew he was not Kendrick Lamar. So as soon as I saw that beef starting, I'm like, yeah, he's going to get bodied. like Kendrick Lamar is not Meek Mill. Like, you're not going bar for you and your ghostwriters are not going bar for bar with Kendrick. Like, it's just not how it works. like your ghostwriters aren't nice enough. You would need a ghostwriter who's like on Kendrick's level. Like Lupe Fiasco. Like, it's not happening. Yeah, still officially waiting. I'm still officially waiting for news on the Blade game. Since my last update. The game is at the very least is going to be a few months before we know what's going on, because of French law, because they didn't close the studio, but they're effectively independent, so nothing has actually been decided yet on the Blade game. So anyone saying like it's definitely canceled or it's definitely that's none of it's true. As of right now, they're looking for funding so they can finish the game, because they're planning to release it next year. So they're just looking for additional funding so that they can finish the game and drop it in. I think the plan was like November of 2027. Drake. I think they're a Hugh Jackman suit for sure. Will we get another Wolverine trailer? I'm expecting us to get the story trailer. Yeah, I like Eminem. He's pretty good. After Kurt, Archangel, and Bishop are the last X-Men you want. I mainly I know we've already gotten a lot of X-Men characters and rivals, but I mainly just want out of the mutants, Nightcrawler and Colossus for the culture, and Juggernaut, and I want Juggernaut. Apocalypse would be cool too, but I mainly just want Nightcrawler. Bishop for sure too. What time is Wolverine panel? In 57 minutes. A lot of people. Eminem's not for everybody. Musically, yeah, you know, especially some of his later work, but even his early work is like very unorthodox to say the least. I think rap fans respect his lyricism and his ability, but everyone doesn't necessarily enjoy the music. Like, he's definitely got some stuff that like kind of most people enjoy. You know, like Lose Yourself, but I don't think everybody loves all his music. I think there's just like, I think most people mostly respect his abilities. Imagine they add the MCU suit. Yeah, Wolverine I think is going to have. I mean, obviously the Deadpool and Wolverine suit would be fire. I think they're definitely going to get in some Hugh Jackman suits. I hope they show some today at the panel. Actually, I actually have not caught up with X-Men 97. I think I'm like 2 episodes behind. I've been catching up on anime. MS Prime is diabolical. Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was growing up, M was just coming out, so I was there when Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady LP came out, and like a bunch, and like my crush was like a huge Eminem fan, so I started listening to him when she started, you know, singing about the real Slim Shady standing up, and I got and it clicked. I was like, oh, I mean, he's crazy, but he's got bars. I couldn't deny it. The man had bars. In a fight, Miles Morales versus Wolverine, who's going to win? I mean, on paper, Miles Morales should win, but it depends. Obviously, it's the correct answer is it depends on who's writing it. But on paper, the Spider people are better equipped at fighting than Wolverine. Like, it shouldn't be much of a contest on paper because they're much faster and stronger than Wolverine, and they have no reason to fight him in his preferred range because Wolverine is a pure melee fighter. There's literally nothing he can do if Miles Morales doesn't, or Peter just stays 30 feet away and just webs them up. like just there's nothing he can actually do about that. Whereas Wolverine has to get within claw range to do any damage. So on paper, it's like a complete stomp. Like, but if Miles were to do something stupid, like, you know, try to fight Wolverine hand in hand, obviously he would just get washed. But if he just fights like normal, like, he obviously just wins. Fire background, appreciate it. I want to do something. I want to design something similar to what I did for the symbiotic relationship panel for Spider-Man 2. So I wanted to capture the Tokyo scene from the new Wolverine trailer and like throw in like the hand and the Sentinel. Appreciate you, Mr. Kong. Miles Morales, but yeah, Miles just has so many advantages. Like in theory, there should never be a possibility for him to lose in a fight to Wolverine. But never know. How strong is Wolverine? I mean, he's like peak human. Like he's obviously has to be pretty strong, relatively strong, because he's running around with the adamantium skeleton. But he doesn't have like super strength or anything. Like he can't like lift a car over his head like Spider-Man can. Wolverine's strength is that he's like a really good fighter. Obviously, he's got the healing factor, the adamantium claws. He's very skilled and agile, but he's not like a legit superhuman like Miles Morales and Peter are. Like they're absolute like superhumans. like it would just be crazy. Yeah, he's not like Captain America level either. He's like a little above Batman tier, I'd say, in terms of like physical abilities. He's like in the Batman range. Am I buying Tokan? I'll probably end up buying. I hope I get a code for it, but I'm definitely playing the open beta for Tokan, which starts Friday, I believe. I'm gonna get in on the open beta because I played in the closed beta, but they only had like a few characters. So I think they said the open beta is going to have like 15 characters available. So I definitely want to tap in. I hope they have Carnage and I hope we get to play Carnage, Deadpool, and Green Goblin and Blade in the open beta. Those are the main characters I want to play next. How long will Wolverine be? Every Insomniac game is pretty much the same length. They mention their philosophy for their single player games is that they don't have these huge 40-hour games. And the Wolverine game is even tighter story wise than Spider-Man 2. It's not like a big open world game. So I'm expecting the campaign to be about 15 hours at most. I'd say 12. I'd say I'm expecting like 13 to 18 hours for the main campaign. And then you'll be able to do New Game Plus and replays to get all the achievements and the unlocks. What's up, Taladia? Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to cover. Because I still got to stream the new Marvel Rivals update, but I'm definitely going to stream a little bit of Tokan's open beta. I just gotta make sure I have time to work on the Marvel Rivals video. I'm not sure if we get an early look at what they're showing, then I'll just do my video ahead of time. Otherwise, I'll just do it when they reveal it. 15 to 20. Yeah, I'm not because it's not an open world and they're focusing more on the story. I think it's going to end up like within that usual Insomniac range. All the content is mainly going to be focused on the actual story rather than like side activities and stuff like that. They are recording the panel and they're going to do live updates. We're going to be getting live updates from the panel whenever they post if they post a trailer, obviously they're going to show it after. Last time at the Symbiotic Relationships panel, Insomniac was basically live tweeting during the panel, and they released the full panel later on. which they confirmed they're going to do here. They're going to release the full panel, the full recording of the panel sometime after it's over, for anyone that wants to see the entire thing. But I'm expecting them to tweet highlights of it. And then, of course, if there's like a story trailer, which I'm expecting, there'll be, PlayStation, Marvel. They're all going to have the story trailer up on their YouTube. Haven't played Rivals in a while. Wait, I'm talking about? Yeah, Rivals is fun. I mean, obviously ranked is still terrible in my Rivals, but the game is a lot more fun now that they did that team up overhaul. Really fun. So in some ways it's like one of the better seasons, but yeah, ranked is still pretty bad. But the actual gameplay is a lot of fun because of the team up overhaul. And I'm excited for the new PvE stuff that's coming out next week. I'm buying the brand new day skins and Rivals. I get all the skins and Rivals whenever they come out. I'm a partner, so they give me a bunch of units to spend on the costume. So that's why I have all of them. That's why whenever there's a new skin, I already have it because they give me so many units. So I just, even if I don't love the new skin that comes out that week, I just get it anyway because I have the units. So I just get it to promote it. I think I'm currently on my third or fourth playthrough of Spider-Man 2. I need to hop back on for next week because they're dropping the brand new day suit in Spider-Man 2. So I gotta hop on and do another new playthrough just using the suit. So I'm gonna stream that. But I haven't played Spider-Man 2 in a while, so I'm gonna get on my latest New Game Plus save to warm up before I stream. And then when it goes live, I'll stream the new suit. The DCKO game, I think that was not the reveal people were looking for. Not gonna lie. Whenever I see a new DC mobile game, I immediately go to sleep because it's never interesting. Especially mobile only. It looks like it's going to be mobile only as well. So I'm really not interested. I'm sure this is something they've been working on for a little bit, but the timing is just bad. Like normally, like who cares? Like it's another mobile DC game, whatever. But in the context of, we're getting Tokon Fighting Souls on PS5 and PC in a few weeks. We got Wolverine coming out. Marvel Rivals has been popping off. They're about to drop some PvE content next week. The new Marvel game that's mobile and going to be on PC, Project Comet, that leaked. It's already in closed testing. It's supposed to be like an Ultimate Alliance meets Genshin Impact, single player co-op Marvel game. Stuff like that sounds really promising. And then DC drops this like mobile only janky looking take on 2XKO. It's like like, what are we doing? Like, no one cares about this. What's up, Eastwood? Only 4? Yeah, I play a lot of games. I don't like sit there and play like the same game too many times. I made the exception for Spider-Man because whenever they added like new content, I would just come back and do a new playthrough. Like they didn't have New Game Plus at launch. So I did a new playthrough when that came out. Then I did one when they added, new suits and stuff like that. So typically if I finish a game, I finish the game and then I go on to the next one because I have so many games in my backlog. I don't have time to play a single player game like 20 times in a row. Instead of making like a mobile game, should have made like a DC Rivals. Like like even then, I don't care. Like it's like, because that's what I said. Like normally that would be fine. Like Dropfake is a mobile game studio. They're not equipped to make a Rivals game. Like we're getting like Rivals is making a Rivals game because NetEase is a huge company. They're a huge publisher, so of course they can do Rivals. They're also doing that Uncharted looking game. They did Where Winds Meet. Like they have a lot of resources. Dropfake is making it the DC KO game. They're a mobile game studio. That's what they do. They did what they were supposed to do. They made a mobile game with DC characters. Like it's just that's not what people are looking for right now. Unless you play mobile games a lot. Like that's why the response has been iffy, because we haven't had like a DC announcement in a while. I think the last game DC announced was another mobile game. Like it was a DC Dark Legion. I think like we're coming off we're coming off the Suicide Squad disaster. It's been over 10 years since Arkham Knight. The last Batman game was a VR game, which was well received, but that studio got shut down, so we're not even getting the sequel to the Batman VR game. like there's like no good DC video game news right now. And that was a while, and then we get this mobile game. It's like, bruh, it literally is just the timing. Like we know they have other stuff in development, like Injustice 3. Rocksteady is working on a Batman game reportedly. WB Games Montreal is working on what sounds like a multiplayer DC game. So it's like, James Gunn mentioned he was planning to announce a DCU game. So they have games in development. It's just like they have nothing exciting ready to announce yet. Maybe they'll do something at Gamescom. Flying Fresh Shoes demand a new playthrough. True. GTA 6 in November still doesn't feel real. Have I played 007 First Light? I streamed it. Cliche not too interesting, but GTA 6 is your most anticipated game of the year. Boo, boring. Non-base take. That's fine. Like to me, yeah, GTA 6 is like I kind of put GTA 6 in its own category, because like, yeah, it's GTA, so obviously we're gonna play it, but it's just like, what else? What else is going on that's interesting? Like obviously we know what, because it's GTA. Like we know what to expect. It's GTA, whatever. But like, what else? We got Phantom Blade Zero this year, Wolverine, Control Resonant, Blood of the Dawnwalker. All these promising looking games. We got The Wolf Among Us remaster dropping at the end of the year, leading us into Wolf Among Us 2 next year. We got Fable dropping early next year. We got Undefeated Genesis dropping early next year. Like we got some generally cool games to look forward to. Like obviously everyone's going to be talking about GTA 6 because it's GTA 6, but realistically, it's not. GTA 6 probably isn't going to be the best of the games, but it's just going to be the most hyped because it's GTA. Think we're getting another game of the Nemesis system. I think the Nemesis system is over, and not necessarily necessary. I mean, other studios now can do their own version of the Nemesis system. They don't need to use that exact system in order to build something like it, especially the studios that are using like AI to enhance do the user generated content or enhance NPC behavior and everything like that. But in terms of like the OG Nemesis system, it's pretty much over. Like Monolith was the only dedicated studio to the Nemesis system, and WB shut them down. But the founder and some of the main people from Cliffhanger, they had gone to EA because they had been working on the Nemesis system game WB executives rejected it because it didn't have a popular IP attached to it. They didn't want to do any original games. They didn't care if it was good or not. It was like, oh, it doesn't have DC or Lord of the Rings attached, so we don't want it. So when that got canceled, a bunch of the people left the studio to form their own Cliffhanger Games, and the ones that left tried to do the Wonder Woman game, but obviously that didn't work out, so they got shut down. Then Cliffhanger tried to do the Black Panther game with the Nemesis system, but EA wasn't trying to wait around because it was taking too long, so they got shut down. So now there's no studio left of consisting of Monolith people. And WB has shown no interest in doing anything with the Nemesis system, so it's just over. Final Fantasy Part 3. I'm just waiting for the Final Fantasy X remake. That's really that's the one I'm waiting for. Anyone know when Percy Jackson's going to be? I didn't know Percy Jackson was getting a Hall H. Yeah, WB copyrighted. Yeah, they trademarked the Nemesis system. So you can't use the Nemesis system specifically unless you license it from WB, but WB never bothered to license it. So it just and they wouldn't let Monolith make their Nemesis system game, so it was just sitting there. Just wasted it. Wolverine, I'm expecting the same thing they did for Spider-Man 2 when they did their Hall H panel, story trailer and PS5 bundle. Finding class stuff for GTA 6 has you a little interested, something other than driving around Florida and creating chaos, and you'll be able to do that too. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a great game. Obviously, it's going to sell more than any game ever. It's going to be, technically amazing. All the detail, all the people who love detail and horseballs are going to love GTA 6. I already saw people glazing the sweat dripping down the beer bottle in one of the scenes. So obviously, a lot of people are going to love GTA. Yeah, don't pay Travis any mind. He's partially a troll, mostly he just has terrible taste in most things. I think GTA 6 is obviously going to be a good game. I just don't think it's probably going to be the best game, but it's just going to be the most popular game. Waiting for more news on Anada. Oh, that the GTA, that GTA clone looking thing. I don't know what that game is. Yeah, that game, haven't heard an update on. I'm definitely looking forward to I definitely hope we get something from Project Comet, the Genshin Impact Marvel game. I think that's going to be huge. I've been hearing about it behind the scenes, and it sounds like it's going to be insane. Sounds like it has insane potential. Everyone that was waiting for Ultimate Alliance to come back or Marvel's Avengers, I think Project Comet is going to be that game. It sounds like it's going to be crazy. If Wolverine gets Hulk Game of the Year, that would be an insane surprise. Want to be in the Wolverine game? They gotta have some Hugh Jackman suits, man. Like we need the Hugh Jackman suits. Just give me the OG Fox X-Men suit and we're good. Because I already know they're going to have Weapon X. Like you can't have a Wolverine game without it. Definitely want the tank top. But I definitely need the Hugh Jackman fit. long as we got at least one, I'm good. Have I read Immortal Hulk? I have not. Only comics I've been reading lately. I just read the Wolverine prequel comic for the game, but I've been reading the Marvel Rivals Infinity comic. It's been pretty fun. They're releasing the full video. They're going to be live. They're going to be tweets about what's going on at the panel, and they're going to obviously going to post any trailers, and they're going to post the full 1 hour panel after it's over. Just like they did for the Spider-Man 2 panel a couple years ago now. I don't know how fast they'll post it this year, but they confirmed that they're going to post the panel. I think last time they posted the full panel like a couple hours after it was over, but they post the trailers like as soon as it's over. Need the X-Force suit? Valid. Old Man Logan? That'd be legit. Want to see Sonic take on the Ultimate suit? Yeah, the suits they've shown so far are pretty good. Like I like the classic brown. I like the take on the classic brown. I like Insomniac's version of the classic yellow, which already looks similar to the Deadpool versus Wolverine fit. I like their take on it. They already have some really cool comic ones on the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition suits are really cool, actually. Those are pretty fire. Comic-Con famously does not have live content apart from a few rare examples. In general, the panels, especially inside Hall H, are closed off. They do allow some recording, but they don't do live because their whole thing is they want people that are at Comic-Con to have like that exclusive experience. So every year, this is very famously every year, especially San Diego, particularly San Diego Comic-Con, all the coverage we get is from like people who are there. They're posting stuff from their phone. They posting, live tweeting updates as stuff is happening because they don't have live. Now, sometimes they'll have like, I know IGN is going to have a live stream on Friday showing some stuff. Marvel has done some live streaming in the past, but never like at a Hall H panel. They'll do like they'll just show a little bit around the room, do some giveaways and stuff like that. But like the big major panels, most of the time they don't. At San Diego Comic-Con specifically, they don't live stream them. New York Comic-Con, they've kind of loosened that up a little bit, but San Diego Comic-Con still kind of old school. What's up, Geeky? Hugh Jackman Wolverine is kind of getting in the way. You buying all the way into Insomniac's Wolverine's model. I think he'll look good with the suit. I think he'll look good with the Hugh Jackman fit. I don't need him to look exactly like Hugh Jackman, but I think Liam pulls it off enough where I think because he's got some suits on the Lux edition that remind me of what Hugh Jack. He's already got some suits in the game actually that remind me of Hugh Jackman's fits in the movies, and they look good. Like he's got this leather jacket jean combo that looks similar to something Wolverine wore in the X-Men Origins movie. So I think the official Wolverine movie suits are actually going to look good on the Insomniac Liam version. Yeah, I think Insomniac's doing a good job so far with the aesthetics for Wolverine. I like the suits generally. the patch suit, it looks really good. I thought they cooked on that one. I can't wait to see their Weapon X. One hour. Somebody just tweeted. They were less than 30 minutes away from the start. Let's see what else going on at Comic-Con. Apparently there's some Percy Jackson stuff going on right now at Comic-Con. So I know someone asked about Percy Jackson earlier. Says season 3 will be the most book accurate season so far. Honestly, I'm legit surprised that we're in season 3 of Percy Jackson. I've not watched any of that show. And I'm like a huge Percy Jackson fan. I loved the books. I did not like the movie though. And when I didn't like the movie, I just didn't bother to watch the show. Because I didn't think Disney was going to be cooking. But apparently they're showing the first few minutes of season 3 of Percy Jackson. So there's that. Yeah, I've not tapped in at all. There's a Lego Batman booth. What percentage of a chance do you think we have a surprise Deadpool cameo? A Deadpool cameo? I say like a 1% chance. A Deadpool Easter egg, I'd say like an 80% chance. Realistically, my bet for obviously the most likely DLC for Wolverine is going to be based on suits because they already have New Game Plus at launch, and Insomniac does like to do post launch updates for their games, but specifically for their Marvel games. But beyond suits and patch is fixing bugs or everything like that, I think the most likely is they're going to have like a DLC where you can play as Jean. I think that's most likely what we're going to get. If they do like a mission, like an actual story expansion DLC, I think it's going to be one where we can play as Jean. Wolverine panel was an hour long. Someone following for updates? I'm following Insomniac. I'll have my I follow a lot of channels that are going to be that are live tweeting images and video from Comic-Con, but Insomniac usually tweets out updates from their stuff. So I think Wolverine will have the X-Force suit. I feel like that's one that they'll likely have. That seems kind of like a no-brainer for them to add. Because they always have a lot of suits in these games, and that's definitely one of the more popular ones. And doesn't seem like that particularly hard to make. It's mostly like a recolor of the classic brown. So I don't see why we wouldn't get that one. Now you get the Wolverine, that would be hilarious. Actually, they do like that throwing some comedic suits. Like Spider-Man PS4, we had the underwear suit. In Spider-Man 2, Miles had the Power Ranger suits, and he had a Wolverine inspired suit. So I think they're going to definitely have some gimmicky fun suits. Maybe like a Spider-Man suit. That'd be funny. Insomniac isn't live streaming the panel. They're recording the panel and then they're going to post it later. We play as Mystique during. Yeah, that's I think because they already confirmed that you're only going to be able to play as Wolverine during the main game. So I think if we do get to play as anybody else, it'll be DLC. That's why I think there's a decent chance that there could be DLC. Like in the form of like a story expansion. Because you have like at least from what we've seen, two characters that are going to be fighting with Wolverine in actual combat. So they programmed them to have like actual combat moves and abilities and stuff like that. Sabretooth and Jean. And we'll probably get Mystique as well. Fighting with us in combat. Now they let in Spider-Man 2 they let the playable Venom section be a surprise. They didn't confirm or deny it. In the case of Wolverine, they just straight up said you're only going to be able to play as Wolverine. So it's probably going to be saved if at all, if we get to play anybody else, unless they just was like, unless they're trying to trick us, which Sonic typically doesn't do like that. You know, when they say something, that's just what it is. But maybe they'll do it in like a DLC expansion. Did they show the video of the game? What video are you talking about? Miles Cat in the backpack suit is fun. That's one of my favorite suits they've ever done. Surprising to get a suit, Miles the Jaguar Z suit. Miles is definitely going crazy. Like y'all know when I was doing my Spider-Man 2 playthroughs, like the symbiote was fun. It was cool finally being able to go crazy with the symbiote, but to me, Miles is just better. Like I used the symbiote for the aura, but when I wanted to get stuff done, I just switched to Miles. Like Miles's moveset is crazy. I think the end. I think the post credit scene for Wolverine is definitely going to set up like a future X-Men game. I have not played any Yakuza games. What's up, Sean? I think Wolverine could be nominated depending on how it shakes out. I think it could be nominated for Game of the Year. I don't think it's going to win Game of the Year. 2026 is kind of sad. What I hope is that GTA 6 doesn't win Game of the Year just by nature of it being GTA 6. And I think with the games coming out, there's a decent chance of that, because it's been a pretty great year for games. So I think there's a very real possibility that as much as GTA 6 is going to sell, it doesn't win Game of the Year. Yeah, Miles is just way more fun. He's so fast. He has so many different utility moves. Like the way he can chain together and stun. Like I feel unstoppable when I'm Miles, even though he doesn't have like a symbiote mode that gives you auto takedowns. Like you don't need it, especially when you upgrade Miles. Like you're just zipping all over the place, electrocuting and stunning and it's so they just got the stealth. Like Miles is just so clean. What's your favorite suit for Peter? Antiox suit? Ugh. I hate the Antiox suit. I think that suit's so bad. I think the Antiox suit is terrible. Like personally. I think the Peter suit that I use most often is probably the TASM 2 and the symbiote suit styles. Like I love the suit styles for the symbiote. I love the Red Carnage one, the alternate uh anti-venom one. And I like the comic symbiote suit with like the like kind of the purple hue. And I do like the final swing. I do rock out with that one as well. Greg, what up? Doing good. How you been, my friend? Will GTA 6 release? That's actually a good question. When is the cut? Because that kind of that partially messed up Dispatch. So it's not going to be the same situation because Dispatch released in October, but they didn't release the full game. The full game because they did an episode. They did it episodically. So by the time the full game was out, people had pretty much already voted, so it got penalized a little bit. Because I do know the cutoff is November. I'm trying to see if anyone has it. Let me ask Gemini because Google is terrible. Normal Google is terrible. Cutoff for game of the year eligibility. So the standard cutoff window is November 17th to the 21st. Or the third Friday of November. So the cutoff for 2026 is expected to be November 20th. And GTA 6 comes out on the 19th. So there's actually a legitimate chance that GTA 6 I think there's a chance they give GTA 6 kind of the Dispatch treatment. Like because technically it will qualify barely because it's coming out literally like a day before the cutoff. But by then, people have already voted because that's what hurt Dispatch. Because people aren't still voting around that cutoff date. They've already put their votes in. So GTA 6 is probably so I think what's going to happen is GTA 6 is going to get some form of nomination because you have to, similar to Dispatch, is going to get nominated for something, even if people haven't played it, even if all the committee haven't played it yet, and it's going to be nominated and it's going to be eligible for nominations in 2027. I think that's how they're going to probably do it because that's cutting a little close. Just got a Penta from pushing the team off the map with Bucky. One team up on Wakanda. Nice. You'll never forgive them for not finishing the Spider-Verse multiplayer game. I mean, it's not their fault. We mean don't forgive them. It's not their fault. Sony said no. we want them to do about it. Why are you not forgiving Insomniac? Sony's the one that said, yeah, no. Multiplayer Spider-Man game. How about y'all stick to single player stuff? We're good on the live service stuff. We got this really great game we're excited about. It's going to be a huge franchise. It's called Concord. It's going to be the next Star Wars. We're very excited about that. That's going to be our live service push. Assignment, you just do your single player stuff. Leave the live service stuff to us. We got it handled. Concord is going to feed us for generations to come. So Simon was like, all right, bet. and kept it moving with their other stuff. Like they wanted to do the game. They pitched it, and Sony said no. Like, just I don't see why you would blame Insomniac for that. It had nothing to do with it. Like, at the end of the day, they're owned by Sony. They need PlayStation's funding in order to pursue their games, and they were already in their development on multiple other games. So it's like, okay, yeah, we'll do our other stuff. I don't think GTA is going to be nominated for as many awards if most of the panel didn't play it, but I definitely think it's definitely going to get some nominations. What's up? Hi for Wolverine, same. I don't think it's rigged. I think the release date for because remember, this is like the second time they delayed GTA 6. Like, this wasn't their original date. I think this might have been the third time, because I remember it was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out last year. Then it was supposed to come out in May, and then they moved it to November. So it's not rigged at all. It's just they needed a date to get it out. they were trying to push it out as soon as possible. Developer said, nah, not going to be able to do it. So they had to keep pushing it back. Who is streaming the panel? The streamer you're watching right now. What do you think about physical copies or digital copies? I think people are worrying about the wrong thing. I think especially a lot of the LARPers that are pretending to be activists, they're too focused on disc and versus digital, when it's really about, and it's always been about, ownership and consumer protections in the game industry. The game industry has probably the worst consumer protections compared to every other industry. And I think the focus should be on passing legislation to fix that, rather than spending all this time arguing about disc and digital copies. Like, I want people who like disc to have their disc, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's the most important thing. I think relying on there constantly being a normal supply of discs is an unrealistic way to expect to protect consumer rights and ownership in the video game space. I think that's just quite frankly a naive perspective to have, and just not how it works. Like, imagine trying to make that argument in the music industry after the iPod came out and we got Spotify. Like, no, like, the future is changing. The focus should be on the rights, the consumer protection rights. So you should be able to own the game that you buy, whether you bought a physical version of it or a digital version of it. It shouldn't matter at all. You should own it, and the company should not be able to take it away from you at all, no matter whether you bought it digitally or not. I think that's the biggest issue that I think a lot of people are losing sight of because they're too busy memeing about this. We need guarantees that if we buy a game, they can't remove the content, remove the game, block us for playing it, like like what happened with the Crew Motor Fest, or what happened when all those people got their movies that they bought off Sony taken away because the licenses expired. Like that shouldn't happen. Like if you buy a game, you buy a movie, you buy a TV show, that should stay in your library. Like you own that. That should be the focus. Making sure that can't be taken away. Regardless of how you buy it. I think that's the most important thing. It's very clear Sony's not changing their mind, so I think the focus needs to be moving to the rights. And for that, we need to be talking to Congress, our representatives. That needs to be the movement going forward. Like enhance consumer protections in the game industry. Ownership, refunds, all that stuff needs to be strengthened in the game industry. Stream driver quality, refresh, hit refresh. It looks fine on my end. Who's the villain looking forward to fighting Wolverine? All of them look fire. Omega Red looks great. Lady Deathstrike looks great. I'm sure we're going to be fighting Sabretooth at some point. The Sentinel fight looks epic. They just confirmed Mr. Sinister is going to be in this game. So if we get a Mr. Sinister boss fight at some point, that would be lit. I'm looking forward to seeing the Ogun fight. I think they set up some interesting boss fights so far. The combat looks great. I'm just excited. I'm excited to finally play. There it is. All H. Look at that. One of these days, I want to actually go to Comic-Con. I want to make that trip one of these days. I want to be in the building to experience this, because I didn't get the chance to go to E3 before it ended. So at some point, I want to make the journey to San Diego Comic-Con. I don't really have an excuse not to go to New York Comic-Con because like that's pretty easy to get to from where I live. But San Diego Comic-Con is like the big one. Like that's the real show. I want to get out to that one day. Travis Sinister was in it. He was a big bad in the Deadpool game. Who's Mr. Sinister? Mr. Sinister is one of the most famous X-Men villains. I believe he was in I believe he appeared in X-Men 97 as well. He was definitely a big part of the original X-Men 92 cartoon. He is a mutant that is like a kind of a very powerful mad scientist type. He's in that way he's kind of like the High Evolutionary, if you know him, where he's like kind of constantly trying to evolve himself and mutant kind using human and mutant experimentation, which is where people generally draw the line with him. But it was confirmed in the Wolverine prequel comic, which I got to read early because I have Marvel Unlimited I have the Marvel Unlimited app, so I got to read it early. And they confirmed that back when Wolverine was a member of Team X, the Mutant Black Ops group with Sabretooth and Mystique, their leader was Nathaniel Essex, who is, of course, Mr. Sinister. That is his real name. He's a big Max. Yeah, I remember he appeared during the Goblin Queen arc in '97, but yeah, he was a major part of the X-Men '92 cartoon. That's when I was first put on to Mr. Sinister. I think I still have the Mr. Sinister action figure. I thought he was so cool. I thought he was such a cool villain. Phoenix sucked away all of Sinister's DNA at the end of season 1. I wish you'd do that for me. Comic-Con is today. It is. Desert Riders, GTA Riders. I don't know about that. Mr. Sinister is his own upgraded clone of his own upgraded clone of his own upgraded clone. Yeah. He's basically, that's why I compared him to like the High Evolutionary. He's constantly experimenting with himself and using the DNA, specifically using the DNA of mutants, which is why obviously he became an enemy of the mutants. Because he does not care. But in the Insomniac universe, he's working on the side of the mutants as the leader of Team X, the mutant Black Ops group that is fighting Bolivar Trask. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't think they're going to give him quite the Doc Ock treatment, but at the same time, yeah. Like, I don't think he's going to, based on the comic, he didn't particularly have that close a relationship with Wolverine. Wolverine's kind of a loner in that regard. But he's definitely set up like as a good guy in the prequel comics. So I think we're definitely going to get a big twist later on where he turns into the villain. All right, it is officially that time. The panel has officially begun. So we'll be keeping up with all the live coverage as it goes up. Now, I don't think they're going to. I doubt they start with the story trailer. Last time they saved the story trailer for the end. And then they posted it right after. Ice Spice Fortnite, boo. That variant, ooh. Avengers Doomsday booth. There's a new Spider-Man Brand New Day scene revealed at Comic-Con. The first Marvel Rivals panel just started. Looks good. All right, so we're just waiting for Insomniac to update us on the symbiotic relationships panel. This is cool. Let me share this one. This is from the Marvel booth. It's a Latvarian witch. This is at the Avengers Doomsday booth. How about that Avengers Doomsday trailer? I've seen some people hating on the trailer. I thought the trailer was lit overall. I will say the trailer, I don't think it was better than the Infinity War trailer, but I thought it was pretty hype. I thought they did what they needed to do with Doom. I thought they gave Doom all the aura that he needed. Like I covered earlier, and every time I cover Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con does not allow live streaming inside of their Hall H panels. You can record and post after, which Insomniac is doing, but they do not allow live streaming specifically in the room. Everyone clowned you on Twitter for saying that the lady in the picture in the CI tray was Rose and not Jean. Anyone read the prequel comic on Marvel Unlimited? Yep, I was just talking about it earlier and a few minutes ago. I posted a couple screenshots from it confirming Mr. Sinister is in Wolverine. Yeah, so the prequel comic is a mission that took place back when Wolverine was part of Team X. It's being led by Mr. Sinister, who's currently Nathaniel Essex. He sends Wolverine, Sabretooth, Mystique, and Sunfire on a mission in the middle of Arizona, nowhere Arizona, to infiltrate a Trask warehouse that they seem to know is a trap. Wolverine keeps telling them it's a trap, but they think it's a good opportunity. So they're supposed to go in and see what happens, see what Trask is up to, and then get out. And then they go in, take out the guards. Then Wolverine gets inside. Comms get cut, and he finds they thought there might be weapons there, but instead it's a mutant that looks like she's from the Morlocks. She's being held prisoner. She was being held in there in a makeshift room, but that's when the comic ends. We're waiting for Insomniac to start posting. San Diego Comic-Con has already started. Started a while ago, actually. Here we're waiting for the Wolverine panel, which is starting right now. We're just waiting for Insomniac to start tweeting, someone to start tweeting some updates. That is all. So far, everyone's posting Percy Jackson season 3 stuff. And a little Avengers Doomsday. We got the Marvel Rivals panel as well. I'm sure it was all right. Nothing shocking, to be fair. I thought the best part was definitely the Thor and Doom scene. But Channing Tatum's Gambit was also fire. And Cyclops, of course. I love seeing Cyclops. They cook with the Cyclops. I also don't like Mystique's costume. Mystique looks good. I don't like her costume. Her costume's kind of trash, but everything else looked pretty solid. Yeah, the only thing I got for you so far is the official comic, which is given away for Wolverine, which is being given away at the booth by Insomniac. And we got some footage from the booth. This is the last thing they posted. So they might not be doing live updates. Or they might be running a little behind. Yeah, this is the last thing they posted. $11:15. Actually, we still have a few minutes. It runs from 11:15 to 12. So we still got 6 minutes before it officially starts. So yeah, we're chilling. Give it a claws yet? I think the claws are being given away at the booth right now. Where is it at? There it is. Yeah, the booth is up right now, and Comic-Con's open. So if you're at Comic-Con, make sure right now we run over to that Marvel booth, number 2329, because they are going to run out. Yeah, they're giving away the claws. They got the statue set up, and they're giving away physical copies of the prequel comic. You can read the digital version of the comic right now if you have the app, the Marvel Unlimited app. But if you're there in person, definitely do not wait. Go immediately to the Marvel booth and pick up your exclusive Wolverine stuff, because it will sell out immediately. It will sell out fast. Every year, everybody goes to the Marvel booth because there's always some crazy stuff they're giving away and sell it. So definitely get over there. Thor just doesn't have. That's the thing. Thor did have a very important story. They just ruined it. Like Thor was interesting. His introduction was great. The first movie, having to become worthy, because he had grown arrogant with his power. So Odin forces him to humble himself and become worthy once again. Ragnarok, say what you will, the comedy was a little over the top, but seeing him evolve beyond the hammer was pretty cool. And then in Infinity War, he gets his worst loss, but he against Thanos, but he comes back, loses the main of his people, but he comes back with a vengeance, gets Stormbreaker, upgrades himself by risking his life, comes back an absolute beast, wipes out Thanos' army, overpowers Thanos with the full stones, but he just didn't go for the head. And then they erase all the progress he made in Endgame by making him fat and depressed. And then they just doubled down on the terrible writing in Love and Thunder. Like, I'm glad Taika Waititi is not doing Marvel stuff anymore. And I think Thor was trying to be nice, but he was Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth very clearly was kind of tired of Taika Waititi in his take on the character, as we all are. So I like that, at least in this trailer, even though they used Thor to, show how strong Doom is, Thor does seem more serious here. He's locked in. He's actually the one giving the speech to unite everybody. So I like that the Russos, because that's where we typically get the best Thor. The Russos they actually take the character seriously. So I'm excited about that. I think at the very least we're going to get a good version of Thor, even if he is getting slapped up by Doom. But who isn't going to get slapped up by Doom? It's Doom. Do I think Insomniac will make a Hulk game? No. Insomniac's next reported game is Venom, followed by Spider-Man 3. And then they'll probably do, if Wolverine does well, which I'm assuming it will, they'll probably expand that some more with a sequel or maybe an X-Men game. I'm sure at some point they'll do another Ratchet and Clank game, because their Ratchet and Clank games are still very, very well received. They do very well. But no Hulk game is coming. Time to start. 1 minute. Is Sci-Fi realistic? I don't think it is for Thor. I think they just did that for the memes, which is the problem. Like they turned everything into a joke. They saw the success of Ragnarok and thought, oh yeah, we gotta lean into humor, and they leaned too far. Like, I expected Thor to be obviously devastated, but I thought he was going to be angry, more protective, and focus on protecting what's left of his people, no matter the cost. Become more warlike, even not eating fast food and playing Fortnite, and leaving Valkyrie to sober up and do everything herself. Like that just seemed like terrible writing. When does SDCC start? It's already started. San Diego Comic-Con is a very large multi-day event. A lot of different activities, a lot of different panels. I think it technically started yesterday. So if you're asking about something specific, or have to be very specific about what panel, what presentation you're talking about, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Right now, my timeline is flooded with a lot of Percy Jackson stuff, but they had the Marvel Rivals booth. We just got a first look at Hunter Schafer in Blade Runner 2099 coming to Prime Video. There was a new brand new day scene. They just revealed the original theme for Vision Quest from my goat Giacchino. Yeah, we're just waiting for Insomniac to start tweeting about the Wolverine, which is now 2:15, 2:16 my time. So the panel is underway. Also, there's a Lanterns trailer dropping tomorrow, which looks really good. I expect the Insomniac trailer. I expect them to drop a story trailer for Wolverine, but last time they did a Hall H panel, they saved it for the end of the panel, which I'm expecting here. I don't think they're going to open. Either way, we're not going to get the trailer. If they drop a story trailer, we're not getting it until the panel is over, which is in 1 hour, a little less than an hour. It runs from 2:15. This is the time it is in Pacific, so it's 2:15 p.m. Eastern until 3 p.m. is the Wolverine panel, and then right after that is Togon Fighting Souls. So at 3 p.m. roughly, if there is a story trailer, PlayStation should be posting it around that time. Who the heck is Hunter Schafer? Hunter Schafer is the trans actor who got famous from her appearance in Euphoria. I think isn't she also and going to be in the live action Legend of Zelda movie. Lanterns, I do say even Jay Shockblast, who has been skeptical about lanterns, thought the trailer looked good. The teaser trailer looked good. Where is it? Let me find it. Even Jay was skeptical. He didn't like the. Oh, there's a Gundam anime, another one coming out next year. All right, solid. Let me find it. I almost couldn't believe it. Did you delete it? Because Jay was definitely skeptical about the Lanterns trailer. He didn't like the whole grounded true detective thing. Oh, here it is. But I thought it was cool. And I thought the second trailer was definitely better for those people who wanted something a little more lantern-y. Got the green tornado. Got the suit. Yeah, I think that looks fire too. I think that looks gas. I'm looking forward to the full trailer. I think the show's gonna be good. I've had faith in the show ever since they pitched it as True Detective meets Green Lantern, and based on this trailer, this is what I expected. Yeah, it's going to have like some more like grounded parts, but it's definitely going to have like, you know, cool Green Lantern fights and effects and everything like that. So I'm not too worried. I think Lantern's going to be fire. Definitely would love a Daredevil game. So Supergirl on your birthday, like in DCU. Yeah, I didn't think Supergirl was bad. I thought it was okay. I saw it in theaters. I didn't think it was going to bomb that hard, but I'm not that surprised because it definitely wasn't nearly as good as the source material. Bruno, what up? Welcome. Didn't know Blade 2099 was a thing. Neither did I until I just saw the first look with Hunter Schafer. I did not know we were getting a Blade Runner 2099 on Amazon Prime Video, but I am seated. I will. I am a Blade Runner enjoyer. So yeah, anytime there's a Blade Runner content, I am there. I enjoy Blade Runner. When that trailer dropped, the Lanterns teaser dropped. I saw it a few hours ago, but the full trailer is dropping sometime tomorrow. Story trailer for Wolverine is not out yet. There's no live stream. San Diego Comic-Con does not allow live streams. They have never allowed live streams in their Hall H panels. We're waiting for Insomniac to post the video of the panel and the trailers. Very excited for Man of Tomorrow. Same. Yeah, I do think they could have chosen their movies a little more carefully. Like I was telling Jay on the podcast, I don't think it was necessarily a bad idea to have there be like a Supergirl movie right after Man of Tomorrow. But I do think right after the first Superman, but I do think if they were trying to play it safe, it would have made more sense to go Superman, Batman, Brave and the Bold. You know, if they wanted to play it safe for their DCU, then Man of Tomorrow. Because now it's going to look like their momentum. Now it's going to look like they're going to have negative momentum, unless the now people are sleeping on the Clayface movie because it's like a horror movie. Let's not forget, Obsession and Backrooms were two of the biggest hits of the year so far, and this is a horror movie with a lot of pedigree. So I think the Clayface movie is going to surprise people, like the Penguin, similar to how the Penguin show did. Like, people weren't really expecting much from the Penguin show, and then it turned out to be a masterpiece. I think people are going to expect another like disaster after Supergirl bombed. I think Clayface is going to pop off. I have a feeling. Said the story trailer is out. Story trailer is out. All right. Well, this saves me some time. They just got it right out there. All right, so let me. I'm not watching it on YouTube. I'm not watching it on Twitter because Twitter video is terrible. Let me see it on the PlayStation channel. See if they got it up there so we get that good quality. Yep, here it is. All right, chat, here we go. Marvel's Wolverine story trailer. From Insomniac Games. Set this up properly. This dropped it immediately. I knew they were going to do the trailer, obviously, but I thought they were going to save it for like the end of the panel. It was like, no, we're just getting it out there. Just throwing it out. I respect it. All right. Let's see what they talk about.
Logan, it's me. Wait.
Jean.
You came back. Now see things from before.
This looks crazy.
Can't survive together.
Yo. This is more Jean.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Fucking friends.
Jean looking good.
I thought you were back.
Mystique.
We were back.
Saber too.
We're gonna build a future for mutants.
That's Mr. Sinister.
You belong here.
Ooh, motorcycle chick. The hand. This Lady Deathstrike. Ooh, there's Ogun.
Most people I see clearly, but you.
Jean looking good. Yo, the team up. There's Omega Red.
Remember who you are.
Dang. full skeleton got ripped away. Yo, that trailer's gas.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
He's got the tank top. Oh, we gotta run that back.
Logan, it's me. Wait.
So this is damn, yo, Gina baddie, holy. So this is, so looks like he's kind of out of control. Doesn't have control of his mind. Yeah, look, like literally his you saw his eyes. He wasn't in control.
I'll see you, thanks.
So this trip, it looks like someone's gonna be messing with his brain based on all this.
From before.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
So Jean is like supposed to be the leader of the Morlocks. So there we see her protecting them.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Bruh. This looks gas. Jean looks amazing. Everybody that's hating her is coping. So that's Wolverine and Sabretooth. Trask. There's Mystique.
Thought you were back.
So looks like we're definitely getting a Sabretooth and Wolverine fight. It looks like this is them fighting right now.
We were back.
There's some more of that Sentinel fight they teased.
We're gonna build the future.
That's Nathaniel Essex. That right there is Nathaniel Essex. This is what I suspected. They confirmed Mr. Sinister without completely revealing he's Mr. Sinister. So in the prequel comic that I showed earlier, we were introduced to Nathaniel Essex as the leader of Team X, and this is Wolverine wearing the Team X costume, and that is him in the actual game trailer. So that is Mr. Sinister right there. Confirmed. That is Mr. Sinister.
From mutants. That is why you
I think that's Nathaniel as well.
belong here.
High speed chase, cooking the hand. Lady Deathstrike. She looks even better in game compared to the CG trailer. So I think this is supposed to be the Ogun fight. We see in the background is Jean wearing that awesome dress. There's Lady Deathstrike. So it looks like they're fighting. So it looks like they're fighting with Wolverine in this one.
Most people I see clearly.
So this is him going undercover at the casino as Patch. That might also not be Ogun. It might, but it looks like a boss fight that Lady Deathstrike is fighting with him. So this is the casino in Madripoor. So he's going undercover as Patch, the white tuxedo. Looks like Jean went with him for little espionage and a little something else.
Clearly. But you.
Yeah, there's a Lady Deathstrike again. Yeah, she looks fire. They cooked with Lady Deathstrike. She looks fire. More Jean. More Jean fighting in the dress that she wore to the casino. There's Sabretooth and Wolverine tag teaming. More of the Mega Red fight. The hand.
Remember who you are.
Bro, look at this. He looks like Terminator almost. Look how much of his skeleton, look how much of himself got melted away. All the way down to the adamantium skeleton. That looks crazy. That's a crazy shot. I don't even know what's going on here. Is that a Sentinel fight?
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can't.
And we got the, of course, we got the tank top fit. Love it. That's gas. That is gas, chat. Actual gas. Yeah, they gave Lady Deathstrike an energy sword. 10 out of 10, no notes. Amazing trailer. Insomniac cooked again. Holy. Bro. Actually so funny this trailer came out. Like, you have all the grifters and Chud saying that they made Jean ugly. Like, she looked good in the gameplay trailer they showed previously at the State of Play. She looks insane in this one. Holy, she looks crazy in the story trailer, bro. That's Michelle Yeoh as Lady Deathstrike based on the voice and still. Ooh, that would be gas. Hold on, let me see if real quick if Insomniac posts anything else. Because I think they're gonna just throw out just raw dog the story trailer. Now I'm gonna see if they got the plates too. The PS5 controller. Jean looks insane. All right, so far they only have the story trailer.
Logan.
Gotta watch that bit.
Wait.
They haven't revealed how long it's supposed to be yet. But they've said before, all their games are about the same. 15 to 20 hours. All their single player games.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Fucking friends.
Jean looks so good.
I thought you were back. We were back. We're gonna build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here.
Tear the beast. The hunt is ready.
Most people I see clearly.
This trailer's so gas.
Just give in.
Remember who you are.
I see the bow claws, but they definitely got him down to the skeleton.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
So who's messing with his mind? Like you see his eyes. Could it be maybe it's from the programming, from the Weapon X program? But yeah, this. But I think someone's messing with his mind and cause him to rage out more than normal. Now, Mr. Mega Red. I mean, he's a boss fight, so we know at the very least. They'll build up to that.
You came back.
Is that Nathaniel?
You came back.
Is that Mr. Sinister? We see him later in the trailer. I think this might be Mr. Sinister. I think this might be Mr. Sinister. Emma Frost, maybe. Yeah. Because then the question is, because we know who they're fighting against. They're fighting against Bolivar Trask and the Reavers. Would Emma Frost be on their side? I don't think so. Like Omega Red, we know he made the transition over there because he became cybernetically enhanced. I don't see that. I don't see Emma Frost working with Trask. Yeah, Miss Sinister. Nathaniel Essex was confirmed in the prequel comic to be the leader of the X-Men. That's of course the real name of Mr. Sinister, and he appears a couple times in this trailer. I think this is him in the chair that Wolverine is rescuing. It looks and sounds like him. So it looks like Trask kidnaps Mr. Sinister or Nathaniel before, and Wolverine does a mission to rescue him.
I've seen things before.
I love the tank tops with it.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
This level looks crazy. Look at all these bodies. So he's wearing his team. So there's going to be some missions here where we're doing Team X Wolverine because this is the Team X costume. He's wading through all these bodies. I think this might be a Trask facility where they're experimenting on mutants.
Yeah.
Who's this scientist? I don't know the scientist. Is that Trask?
Together.
That might be Trask. That might be their take on Trask, actually. That might actually be our first look at Bolivar Trask. I think this might be Trask, actually. Bolivar Trask in the flesh. I think so. I think that might be Bolivar. All right, so the Reavers. So this is a rescue mission. Wolverine and Jean are trying to free the Morlocks from the Reavers.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
There's Jean and Wolverine getting personal. There's another look at the Jean Grey face model that everyone on the grifter side of the internet kept saying was ugly. I mean, they say this is ugly. We know where their preferences are. So this is Wolverine and Sabretooth again. There's Mystique, smooth transition.
I thought you were back. We were back.
So Sabretooth is pretty mad here. Says, so they fight at some point, but this is Wolverine wearing his red plaid shirt, and Sabretooth saying he thought we were back. So I'm guessing Wolverine comes to find Sabretooth after he already left Team X, but he's not looking to join them. He's on that mission to help Jean free the Morlocks. You're wrong about being a shell according to IMDb. Solid. Sentinel looks crazy.
We're gonna build a future.
Yeah, there's another shot of Nathaniel. So he's already broken out. Mr. Sinister. He's wearing a bloody uniform. Yeah, so that was so that was Mr. Sinister in the chair. Okay. So this is part of that same mission. So Wolverine, so Nathaniel, aka Mr. Sinister, gets captured by Trask, and Wolverine throws on the Team X gear, breaks into the facility to go rescue him. And this is them once they get outside. Dope.
For mutants. That is why you.
I think this is Mr. Sinister trying to explain to Wolverine, convince him to come back, or explain why he should be a part of Team X.
Belong here.
Why would it be different for leaks? So the thing you have to understand about leaks is that stuff is different from leaks all the time. That's why you should take leaks in general with a grain of salt, because the way especially if these are older leaks, because the way game development works is that stuff is constantly changing. Stuff gets added, cut, reworked, especially when there's early leaks. If they have the time and resources for it, like people assumed there would be other playable characters besides Wolverine, but then Insomniac confirmed in an interview that Wolverine will be the only playable character. So in general, obviously, if you look at Marvel Rivals, for example, a lot of people said, "Oh, based on leaks, these characters are coming and these characters are coming," and then those characters didn't come because schedules change. Stuff gets shifted around. So leaks are not gospel. Especially for a game that's in active development, stuff gets switched around, stuff gets changed, stuff gets cut. So don't think just because someone leaked something that it's definitely happening. But he cooked this member of the hand.
Tear the beast.
This looks like Ogun. I'm pretty sure this is Ogun. He's more beat up. He's more beat up compared to the trailer when we first saw him. But based on the mask, I think this is Ogun. And there's looks like some kind of sarcophagus there. Because if this was a normal bad guy, I don't think we would need Lady Deathstrike and Jean as backup. So I think this is literally just a look at the Ogun fight. I don't know. I haven't told Wolverine never die, never grow old. He grows old, just slower. Damn, he cooked that guy. He's giving the hand work. I love these costumes too.
Most people.
Bro, the scene is going to be so fun.
I see clearly. But you.
There's another Jean scene. The hand jumping out of the helicarrier. Jumping out of the airplane. It's crazy. Lady Deathstrike looks gas. More Jean. that she deleted them. The heck? So this is the Mega Red fight. This is the second shot from the Mega Red fight.
Remember who you are.
Where is he? Looks like he's in the engine somewhere.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
Bro, this game is gonna be so gas. Bro, this game is gonna be so fire. I'm seeing if Insomniac is posting anything else. Psylocke. The sword is very Psylocke like, but yeah, it's definitely Lady Deathstrike. I wonder where she gets that sword from. Maybe she got it from her dad. So Insomniac hasn't posted anything else yet. Here we go. Discussing Film is posting some stuff from the panel. So they just dropped the story trailer first. And now we're getting looks from the actual panel. Discussion Film is live tweeting the panel. So Wolverine and Jean Grey. Of course, we know from the story trailer. Liam McIntyre says that his son has told everyone at school that his dad is Wolverine. I'll share his drawing his son did of his Wolverine meeting Cyclops. That's cool. Hope we get that in the Insomniac universe. There's some more screenshots from the trailer, from the story trailer. There's the panel with some story details, some concept art. Oh, the classic Mystique costumes, gas. Set in the world, X-Men don't exist. Yep, we knew that. Wolverine, Mystique, and Sabretooth form Team X with Nathaniel Essex, Mr. Sinister. To protect mutants, Balfour Trask and Trask Industries are the main villains. Lady Deathstrike also features as the leader of the Hand. So that's how she's involved. Okay, so she's a leader. So she comes in as the leader of the Hand. So she's leading them against Wolverine. Then Ogun gets caught up in there. Mystique. The Mystique looks gas. Look at this. Think the game's gonna sell some PS5s? I think so too. Yeah, their Mystique is perfect. Insomniac's take on the classic Mystique costume. Now why couldn't the Avengers Doomsday one look this good? Like she's more covered up than the comic version, but it still looks good. I feel like the Avengers Doomsday suit makes it look like she's like a member of a Star Trek fleet or something. Like it looks whack. The hand being relevant in 2026 now on your bingo card. Let's see if people cry about Sabretooth now. Were they? I know the only thing I saw people crying about was like Mystique. The usual stuff these chuds cry about. Mystique and Jean, they say weren't hot enough. Well, I mean, they look plenty hot to me. Yeah, these screenshots look gas. There's like their so this is basically Insomniac's take on each of their classic outfits. That's their take on the classic Sabretooth, the classic Wolverine, and the classic Mystique costume. Absolute gas. And of course, they confirmed, as I thought they would, Mr. Sinister. Is in the Wolverine game. David Fleming, The Last of Us, has composed a score for Insomniac's Wolverine game. A single from the score, Logan, will be available tonight. Gas. Absolute gas. You go blue for Mystique, say. Got a lot of hand content recently. We got DP. Yeah, we got it in Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Yeah, didn't expect the hand to pop up in Brand New Day, but very cool. And that not surprising that they're in Wolverine. Especially since this is like a game that takes place like relatively early in Wolverine's career. Yeah, so it traveling to different places like Japan makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, the hand would be involved, especially with Lady Deathstrike trying to hunt him down. Mystique became enough for Doomsday. Yeah. Like the makeup and everything looks good. It's just her costume looks terrible in Doomsday. That's the one thing I didn't like about the trailer. I thought her costume looked terrible, but other than that, like it looked pretty solid. Like the Doom scenes were hype. Everything looked pretty decent. It definitely just didn't hit like the Infinity War trailer. I also thought the CGE in the original Infinity War trailer was better. But it still is going to be gas. I'm still looking forward to it. They showed a new suit. They showed a lot of new suits. The story trailer had a decent amount of new suits. Ooh. Wolverine Tokan skin, gas. There's a Wolverine Tokan collab. It was actually going to be like a Tokan suit in actual Wolverine, like an actual animated style Tokan suit. That's actually gas. That's actually gas. Yeah, because I thought they have more experimental suits. Like in Spider-Man 2, they had like the Spider-Verse suits with the different animation type. Like having the actual Tokan Wolverine, that's going to be gas. Yeah, the hand is always like getting up to no good.
That all of you have come to fill this room because you have no idea what we're going to talk about today. It literally is like the shtick of the panel is that it's just Jim Lee and friends, and we don't have a set agenda that we announce. So thank you guys for having so much confidence in what we're going to share with you today, and taking time. There's so many other things you could be doing. There's so many options at the show. I'm always amazed that people find panels around comic books and celebrations of DC.
Shout out to Jim Lee. Yeah, Insomniac is cooking. Yo, that suit looks crazy in Wolverine. Oh, that's gonna look so crazy with the blood in the actual game. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, Wolverine's going to have some fire suits already. And they already showed the tank top, so I'm good on that. Now I just need a proper Fox X-Men suit. Panel is over in about 1 minute now for Wolverine, and then they're going to be starting with the Tokon Fighting Souls panel. All right, now the Wolverine panel is officially over. Wonder if that's going to be it. I was expecting the PS5 bundle. I was expecting that custom PS5 bundle. Where's it at? Where's that PS5 bundle? We need that. We need that PS5 bundle with the Wolverine colors. You thought we got a 20-minute gameplay for the game? The extended gameplay was this, what we got to State of Play. The 7-minute extended gameplay on top of the because they don't usually do that much. Like they did for Spider-Man 2, they did like the 12-minute gameplay demo. And at the showcase for Wolverine, they did a gameplay trailer, and then they did 7 minutes of extended gameplay. So the expectation today was going to be the story trailer, because that's what they did last time they were at Comic-Con. Yeah, let me check PlayStation's blog, see if they posted anything, because the Wolverine panel is over now. Let me see if they got anything here. Maybe in the PlayStation blog. Yeah, right now the Tokon Fighting Souls panel is starting right now. Let's see. Halo, Sparking Zero DLC. Nothing new from them. Am I give away skins and character builds? How am I going to give away skins? What do you mean? I don't think there's going to be. There aren't really any builds in Insomniac fighting games. You just play the game, unlock skill points, and add them to your character. And most of the skins are in the game. You would just unlock them. The only skins that you have to buy are the deluxe edition. That scene from the hands, gas. Ooh, there's another screenshot. Oh, it's a full collab. So the Insomniac Wolverine suit, which is called Battle Reborn, is going to be in Tokon Fighting Souls. And the Tokon Fighting Souls Wolverine suit is going to be available in Wolverine. That's pretty cool. I think that's it for the Wolverine stuff. No PS5 plates. The full panel will be available later. For Wolverine. So we'll be able to see the full panel in its entirety later on when they post it. But I think that's it. They just got the story trailer out the way. Story trailer's gas. Loving the character designs. Mystique looks amazing. Jean looks incredible. Game looks gas. Love that they got Mr. Sinister in there. By New Game Plus, you'll have most of your skill trees. I think they're going to have some. They might have some some additional stuff you can unlock in the New Game Plus. I think they mentioned abilities in addition to like unlockables and like achievements. So I think they're going to, because I know Miles Morales did something similar. When you did your New Game Plus, you can unlock some additional abilities. Because they mentioned that in order to get 100% completion on Wolverine, you would have to actually replay it. So I think maybe there's some like additional unlocks on the skill tree, maybe some other achievements so that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I own a physical PS5. I have like bought I've had it since launch, and I've literally bought one physical game for it. And I haven't played it yet. Yeah, I buy all my games digitally. I am going to get Wolverine physically because it's going to be a collector's item. I collect stuff that I think is going to be valuable. Like I got the Marvel's Avengers Collector's Edition for cheap when I knew the game was shutting down. You know, just for a keepsake of collectors. If this is gonna be the last or one of the last Insomniac games with a disc, I'm gonna have that. Just gonna get it. I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna have it for my collection. But I'm actually going to be playing it digitally. I'm not I'm not going to actually be loading the disc. I only think I have I'm not even sure if I have a disc drive on my PS5 Pro. All right, Ariswood, appreciate you. So when the PS5 shop is going to be shut it off, they're not turning off the PS5 shop. What do you mean? If the PlayStation Store if the PlayStation Network is down, if that's what you mean, if the PlayStation Network is down, you can still play your games on your PS5. It doesn't matter if you have a disc or not. You just can't play online games. Like, because they've had, like, anyone who who's a PS5 owner knows that there are plenty of times when the PSN network goes down. You can't buy stuff in the store while it's down. You can't play certain online games, but games with offline capabilities, you can absolutely play them even if you don't have a disc. That's like not a thing. That's not true. You don't need a disc to play it if PSN goes down. You can just play whatever normal game you play, as long as it's not online only. I'm legitimately buying Wolverine, the physical version, just as a collector's item. I'm never opening it. I'm never gonna open it. I'm just gonna order it. I'll probably go to an order off of Amazon, and I'm just gonna keep it in my. I'm gonna keep it with my Spider-Man 2 19 inches of Venom collector's edition. I'm gonna just have my Wolverine disc right in there. When am I doing rank and rivals? I already did it. I already did my placements on my alt account. I've been too busy this week. I haven't done it on my main. I'll probably do it at some point. I just got a lot of stuff to work on. Let me check one more time, see if there's any last minute Wolverine updates. So I think the Tokan thing is funny. Superman. There's a Tokan panel. Wolverine story trailer. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's the last Insomniac update. There's Ad Hoc. Shout out to Ad Hoc. Their dispatch panel is tomorrow. I'll be on the lookout for news. All right, so that's all the Wolverine stuff. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Definitely check out my channel, Sadot the Gamer Live. Link in the pinned comment. I'm going to be posting my reaction on there. Right now, I'm going to work on a video summarizing all the Wolverine stuff that was revealed today at the panel. And then tomorrow, I'll cover whatever gets revealed. As well, tomorrow there's a dispatch panel, and then there is a Marvel Rivals panel that's going to have some surprises. So that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about. So stay tuned for that. And then Saturday, I'll be back for the Hall H panel. See what Kevin